thanks everyone for jumping on another episode of Open Shutter. We have the pleasure of welcoming Angel McKent to the show, brand new to the show. And it's going to be, I think,
an honor to be part of this
show, and I think a very inspiring show. So, yeah, welcome everyone. If you're,
thank you.
If you're watching this show, if you're coming from Angel's side and you don't know why there's
thank you for all my supporters
and myself, we all have YouTube channels, and all the links are there, including Angel's links. And you know, you're obviously on my channel now, so if you're into vlogs and documentaries, feel free to check me out. After, if you're curious about what happens when someone walks downtown Toronto hazmat suit, there's a vlog on that I just dropped the other day. So pretty interesting stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun talking photography with Angel, because he's a very, very talented photographer. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty eye-opening. And I'll give it over to Mr. McGowan for the who are you and what do you do?
Hey everybody, Bryan McGowan, Brampton, Ontario-based photographer, videographer. Oh, did we lose Angel?
We might have lost Angel.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back. I do ghost hunting on my YouTube channel because I didn't want to be just another YouTube photographer. And I've always wanted to be a ghost hunter.
I think. Sorry.
That's good. Was it something we said, man?
No, absolutely not.
Hey, Roy.
My connection decided to cut out.
Yeah, no, it happens to us all the time.
Sorry about that.
It happens.
It happens to us all the time. Evans.
Okay, that's my pitch. Let's go up over to Evans there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Evans, also based in Brampton, Ontario. I'm a weddings and events photographer primarily. Also a videographer. On my channel on YouTube, I do more of the video side, a little bit of the photo stuff sometimes. But if you're interested in photography and videography gears, equipment, how to set them up, how to rig your cameras, how to shoot better videos on a gimbal, check out my channel. It's going to be a fun show. I'm interested to have you know, Angel here, and waiting to see
Thank you very much.
The show goes today.
Yeah, so full disclosure, this is the first time that Angel and I are meeting, because Angel is part of the Get Out Shoot group, and I just figured, you know, his work is so good that I figured to ask him to come on and just talk about his photography. So, you know, for the viewers, Angel, why don't you give us a little bit of an intro about yourself?
All right, so my real name is Angel McKent, and I am based out in Oakville. I've been a photographer all my life, since I can remember. I was only about 4 years old when I decided to watch my grandfather create photographs in the Red Room. That was a very huge thing, part experience of my life, especially throughout photography, because that was someone that I learned a lot from. Also, we used to go out and shoot together in different areas of where I grew up in my country in Bulgaria.
Okay.
So, yeah, and throughout life, I decided to get into digital photography in a way, and that's where my passion for editing pictures and certain stuff came. And yeah,
it's great, man. You were saying like off camera that you know, you found 300 cameras or something in your
yes. So yes, God bless my grandpa. He passed away this year due to COVID, and that's also one of the things, is that he was a very big time photographer back in his days, and we never really had the chance or opportunity to actually sit down and talk about photography or talk about gear, anything like that. So just until recently, I was over at my grandma's because she was just taking stuff out, and I seen 300 different cameras.
That's wild, man.
All different kinds, different names, some I've never even heard of.
Wow.
And he has about maybe 50 lens pieces. So it's just mind-blowing, right? So when I immediately saw that, it kind of hit me, because I never really got the chance or the opportunity to talk to him about those certain type of things. And he's never really seen my work either, because he was pretty old school. He wasn't really into he didn't really work with computers. He didn't know how to use a cell phone and stuff like that. So there wasn't any way for him to see that.
Yeah. Now, was this his job or was it a hobby of his?
It was a job / hobby.
Okay. And this is in Bulgaria?
That was in Bulgaria, and eventually once he moved here to Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Roy's asking 300 cameras described. Yeah, he wants a description on every camera. Were they film or digital? Like, was it film camera?
Honestly, they were all different. There was digital cameras. There's a lot of film cameras. There was a lot of DSLRs. So it was just a mix of everything.
And where are they now?
They are still just hanging out there until I decide to what I really want to do with them.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm mostly going to do is, because now I'm planning to kind of make an office for myself. So maybe I'll just have like a shelf where I can just display all of them, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want to sell them. Like, the weird thing is I Googled some of them are worth like $6,000-7,000. So I'm not just going to go and sell my grandfather's lens. You know what I mean? No, definitely not.
Yeah.
So that's kind of going to be like a showroom type of thing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's the goal. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful story, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's where it kind of started for you, right? So
that's when it started for me, really, because at the age of 12, I was already going around shooting stuff with his cameras. So once I got to the age of 16, 17, that's when I got really, really serious about it. And I started with, I think it was, I don't even remember. It was like a really old film camera. It was one of my grandpa's. And I would just go around and just snap at random things. And that's what really got my passion for it, is realistically just capturing people's reaction or certain type of face emotions from just any angle outside in the real world.
So you're more into like street photography then? Is that fair?
No, I would consider myself a freelance. I like to be diverse.
Okay.
Like different aspects in different categories of photography.
Right.
Now I'm currently building a portfolio to start portrait photography also. So that's something I really also want to get to, because that could also express feelings and send out specific type of messages for people dealing with mental health or
you were saying to me off camera about that. So I'm not sure how much you want to go into that, but I mean, I think people, I mean, especially over the past 2 years, it's been hard for a lot of people. So I always think of photography as an outlet. To me, it's like a stress reliever. But for people that are struggling, what's kind of your advice for people with regards to using photography?
Honestly, those that are dealing with especially depression and anxiety, what I find really comforting, well, at least for me, is especially when I have my own thoughts going against me, is I would just either sit in front of my laptop and I would immediately just start occupying my mind with creativity. I will either create a digital art or I will edit a photo, whatever it is. And through that way, it also helps me in a way to express my emotions and what I'm feeling onto that piece of art.
Yeah. It's to kind of have your mind focused like somewhere else, I guess, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And once the product is finished, you're left, depending on what your goal is, you're left with something that you can look at and it's gonna make you peaceful.
Yeah. No, that's good advice. I guess pop up your Instagram. Ben is saying definitely cycle. This is with your definitely cycle through the shutter speeds of all cameras. That will make sure the lubrication hasn't dried up and identify. Yeah. It's a good point, Ben.
The shutter speed, that's a very good point. Absolutely.
Wow. Ben, do you have time to inspect 300 cameras?
300 cameras, yeah, honestly. Do you have the time for that?
You got a couple of weeks or
That's a lot of work. Damn.
I'd say it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, that's it.
So let me just pop up your Instagram for people that don't know, and just curious, like, how come you picked the name Mood Reels?
Honestly, Mood Reels, that name came from because, especially like mentally where I was at, I would be experiencing a lot of different type of moods, but it would be more on like the negative side. Like if you notice, I'm not sure which photo it was, but my caption was sometimes you need the negatives in life to create something beautiful. So that's the way I look at it, and that's how I came up with the name.
Yeah, no, I mean it does. I mean it's pretty powerful. I do like. I mean, your work is pretty unique, man. Like especially
Thanks.
like.
I really appreciate that. That took me about an hour and a half of editing.
Okay. Oh man.
Basically.
Wow.
But yes, the original shot was taken in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
and those are grow extras that I
someone actually
decided
doing
to.
still wool, or is this just like photoshopped in?
Sorry?
Is someone doing still wool like around you, or is that just photoshopped in?
That's just photoshopped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta come out to Bryan's workshops because he'll do it for real for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would do that.
Not joking. He actually will do it with real fire too.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That would be really cool.
You haven't. It's bananas, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I like how you get the cat's eyes there.
Honestly, yeah, that was the most random shot actually.
Yeah.
I was just sitting in my backyard in the morning, just budging around something, and my cat, his name's Tommy. He decided to just jump on the table like always, and he had like this really mad kind of smirk, like "get out of my space."
Yeah.
So I just instantly grabbed my camera, and to the point where I actually almost dropped and broke my lens, and I just had to so quickly just jump and catch that moment.
Man.
It was funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was definitely exciting.
Yeah,
that video right there is very powerful. Also, right beside it.
The CN Tower there?
No, the one in the middle actually.
This one?
Yeah, that I created this actually. That was created right in front of my house on the driveway.
Cool, man.
And yeah, throughout that time I was in a really dark place. And that's why I came up with like the really dark, almost kind of like a black background.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going through some really dark times, and basically my life was falling apart, and that's what really the leaf comes in and just kind of drops.
Wow, that's quite the message, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people don't get it because realistically it's just in my head, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously this is for you because your caption is splash, right? So people don't really know what this represents.
Definitely,
to you, right? They just see the image and they think it's fun, but really, it's really not fun at all. You know,
it's no, yeah. There's always, no matter what kind of image it is, there's always some kind of meaning behind something.
Right.
So
that's powerful, man. And I do see that you use quite a bit of reflections in your shots. I think there was a shot of the Gooder ham.
Yep. That one
I absolutely like love because I think that's what makes that. I think it's at the bottom. So yeah, here it is.
Yep, right here. Okay, so this one. Okay, I'll tell you how exactly this whole thing happened. Okay, because this, if you actually notice, this shot is actually flipped upside down, and they're just kind of like joined together. But there was this garbage truck, and there's at the time like there was like just like super weird stuff on the bottom that I just didn't really want to include in my image. So I just kind of, I was like, okay, reverse, boom.
Yeah.
And that was the outcome of it.
Oh man. Yeah, I think this building is shot so much that you really do need something different.
Yeah, like I go into a lot of detail when it comes to especially like images and colors. Like it has to be like a very specific type of color. Like I'm very, very picky because my OCDs insane. If I don't get the edit right, I probably won't sleep all night.
You won't, eh? Oh man.
No, definitely not.
And what do you use most? Photoshop?
I use mostly Photoshop and Lightroom.
Yeah. So like how long did it take you to get this photo right for you?
Honestly, it took me about 2.5 hours.
Well, that's not bad. It's reasonable.
I guess, yeah.
That's reasonable. I mean, it's worth it, right? Just because, like I said, this building is shot so much that you really need to do something unique. And then, and you're right, because there's so much distraction around. There's usually construction or whatever.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
It's hard to get a good shot, man.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, but I do like it.
That was just the best way I can make it clean.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you were talking about like color, right? So like, you know, you were saying offline you use color to express mood, which I think is a great way to actually go about an edit. Like
definitely.
How did you feel that day? And then you can edit according to the mood, which I think is a great tip.
Exactly. So how I came to that was originally people on Instagram that have followed me long enough actually know that I started off posting photos with one type of certain color, and it was more of like a dark purple mixed with like a silverish and added with like a black background. Kind of, yes, very similar to that. Very similar, just a little bit lighter than that.
Okay.
And how I came with that is because when you see that type of edit that's just as dark as that CN Tower, to me, when I took that photo with my at the time that was a Nikon D750, basically what it represents to me is it's a dark tunnel, and then when you see CN Tower lit up, that's just like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it's just my own thoughts and my own feelings that make me create what I do. And
it's very powerful, man. Like people, I mean, again, like you don't put this in the caption, so people don't really know what it means, right? So I find that
they really don't, and
it's for you though, right? It's for you, so it's for
exactly.
You.
And especially like dealing with like depression and anxiety since the age of 12. Like by the time I was 14, 15, I was kind of I already had learned how to deal with it in a way. And at one point it just got worse, even though I knew how to deal with it, or at least I thought I did. It got worse. But I tried a bunch of therapists, stuff like that. It didn't really work out because realistically, like I just felt like they were just there to listen to you. Really, they couldn't, especially where I come from. Some things are private. It is what it is. But I could basically write a book from where I've came from and what I've been through, and some things. And that's the thing when I bring up some of these things to, for an example, therapists, they're just kind of like shocked because they're like, okay, how do I help you? Because like I've never seen or been through those type of experiences or whatever. So I kind of said to myself, all right, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna recreate my own space and I'm gonna treat myself with some editings and some photographs.
Yeah. So you basically use photography as your therapist, essentially.
Basically.
And being a creative, sometimes it helps with a lot of stuff, right? It's for me personally, photography gives us personally an outlet to express myself when I don't know what to say. All right. So there are times in life where you feel a certain way, you cannot express it to someone because they probably never understand how you feel or what you have in your mind, right? You can express it better in your art, in your craft, in your editing, in your choice of colors and stuff like that. So it's a great way to kind of help yourself out. Let's call it self-therapy sometimes.
Exactly what it is.
Properly worded, very properly worded.
That's what it is, right?
Definitely.
And that's also like the power of a group, like a meetup group or like an online group, like where you can meet with like-minded photographers and just chat photography, because it just focuses your mind somewhere else, right? So
exactly.
That's just the power.
Especially like shooting at night, it's like nice and peaceful. There's not that many people around, and you just feels like it's just kind of like you and the world. That's it.
Yeah, it's very powerful, man. I think
Definitely.
people will get some tips from this. I mean, just curious, I guess, in Toronto, in terms of photographers, like who like inspires you for like photography in Toronto? Besides
in Toronto, honestly, my one of my inspirations is Alan Palander.
Oh, Alan, yeah, okay, YouTube dude.
This guy's a genius.
Yeah,
this guy has an amazing eye for photography. So he's definitely one of my big inspirations. Like I can see him and I can see myself kind of like being that person doing the same things.
Yeah, he does have a killer eye, and also killer edit too, right?
Absolutely.
Killer edit. So.
And that's just one of my dreams, is to just kind of take a trip around the world and photograph absolutely every single possible thing I can catch my eye on.
What's the first stop?
Honestly, my first stop, and I've even promised my friend Michael, who's either watching right now or not, but I am visiting him first, and then he is in Vancouver, BC.
Okay.
So I am gonna go visit him first, and from there, my next stop would be Utah.
Very good.
Because I have a fellow photographer of mine who lives there. He goes by the name Wyatt, and he has some killer gallery that it just leaves me speechless every time, and it kind of corresponds with my emotions and my feelings. It's kind of like, okay, that's something that I would edit the same way, kind of type of thing. So that's what really
cool. Is he
really inspired me to. Oh, definitely. Absolutely. What's his name? He is Wyatt. Give me just 1 second.
Wyatt? Okay, I'm going to try to look him up.
It is Wyatt with W, 4 Y's, 3 A's, and 2 T's.
Whoa, it's like Da Vinci Code.
I know, right?
Wait. Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T?
W, 4 Y's.
Okay.
So Y, and then 3 A's, and then 2 T's.
Okay. Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Wyatt Courtwright. Yeah. Wyatt Courtwright.
Yeah.
Oh, he only has 21,000 followers. It's not a big deal.
No. Not at all, right?
Wow.
Yeah. He's a really awesome person, and he does some really awesome photography also.
Here's a grid. Pretty dope.
So
I like this.
This is the reason why I want to go visit him specifically, is because he can actually take me to all these spots personally. And I feel like if I was to go there and have the chance at those views, I feel like I will leave a lot of people speechless. So definitely, it's something to look forward to in the future for sure.
Okay, so that's your second stop then.
Yeah, definitely. My third stop, I think it would be Dubai.
Okay.
Just because I feel like their towers and buildings are so beautiful.
You gotta get those roof shots, man.
Yeah, honestly, exactly.
Like the highway traffic and all the lanes.
Oh, it would be so beautiful.
You gotta get, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that happens sooner, like rather than later. Because I know personally, I'm dying to go somewhere.
Honestly, I was in Mexico. I think September or November. November. I was in Mexico. Yeah, during COVID, and no. I went on a resort, Royalton Chic Suits.
Oh,
yeah. That's actually where my first real 5K views, because of the way I just recreated everything, I guess. But yeah, and it was a pretty good. It was awesome time. I mean, of course, without the headaches on the airport, which was just brutal. Otherwise, it
you're there
was.
in
It
Toronto
was
or
the
down?
I was no, sorry, both ways around.
Both ways
It
is
was
tough.
horrible. Oh, especially because at the time when you would be walking out of the airplane itself, you would have to wait at least an hour and a half before you touch customs. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know. I'm waiting. Hopefully things keep moving forward and stay positive.
Definitely.
Things
Yeah.
get back to
Absolutely.
normal, whatever that's going to look
I
like.
really hope so. I really hope so.
We're all dying for it. So
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good, especially
Definitely.
after a winter, right? We're just saying like offline about just being disciplined about photography. Because for me, like personally, like
Yeah.
I was not motivated, especially when it was cold out. Like I'm not motivated to go. So
Right.
you need to push yourself to do something.
Exactly.
Even if it's just taking like photos of your fruit in the kitchen, you just gotta pick up the camera and think of the shot because
actually, I'm planning on doing a future project now because my sister just got a brand new Range Rover, so I'm like, that's something fun to play around with and make like a nice video about it.
Okay.
Or make like a nice commercial type of video.
Yeah,
So
and then just tag Range Rover, man. That's all you gotta
exactly, yeah.
You're
It will definitely be a lot of fun. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Cool, man. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. To me, it's like there's so many reasons like not to do it. Like even like take for example this show. Like, no one's forcing us to do this, but like you just have to have the discipline of like doing it. And then once you get into the habit, then you just say, yeah, I can do it because you have the habit of doing it, right? So
exactly.
If you don't do photography like over the winter, so say for like 3-4 months, once spring comes around, might be a little bit tougher to get that camera because you don't even know where it is anymore. So,
exactly. Absolutely. I mean,
again, that's where,
it depends. It also like a lot of factors go in. Some people just do it as a hobby. Some people are very busy. Some people just nature just doesn't allow them to do that. So even if it's once or twice a week, that's amazing. Yeah. So
when is the next meetup, Roy? I don't know, this weekend, probably Sunday, because Saturday looks like it's gonna rain. So I'll message you. Look who's in the chat. Look who's in the chat, guys. Look who's in the chat. Hey, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate that.
Bryan, I really love your photography too. You have some really good moody tones going around in there.
Thanks.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah, Roy. Yeah, I was asking Angel if he shot the fog this morning. He did because the fog was strong today.
Oh, it was so strong, especially like in the morning. Oh my god.
Too.
Yeah, it was bad, right?
To drive. I'm getting messages saying it's good right now, even so.
Yeah, wow! It's still around. Like the fog is still around, right?
Gives us something to do tonight.
Yeah, no, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you need to take advantage of like those times because they don't happen, like, all the time for us. Right? Fog doesn't happen all the time. Maybe once every few months, maybe.
Right.
Like really good fog to shoot. So.
Right.
Again, that's where the discipline comes in because if you're not. If you don't have the urge to pick up the camera, you're not going to go shoot the fog.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely,
then you're going to miss the shot, right? Like we're talking offline about gear. So you can have the most expensive camera in the world, but if you're doing street photography, you miss the shot. You miss the shot. It doesn't matter what camera you have, right? So.
Yep. Honestly. Yeah. But yeah, and
you like the mental health type shots, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I just shared one.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. This is beautiful. Yeah, that speaks a lot too.
I never put a caption with it.
Wow.
But it's probably one of my favorite portraits I've ever done.
That's really beautiful. That's really good work.
It was about 2 degrees Celsius and she was completely naked on that concrete.
That's insane. Wow.
We had the heat blasting in my car so she could run out, get the shot, and then get right back in my car.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That turned out really beautiful, though. Really, really beautiful.
Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking into getting to these type of style portraits that express different types of feelings. I find that really amusing, especially with other creativity things that you can do to it, editing wise. So.
Oh yeah. Well, if you hang out with us three, man, you'll get some ideas, especially from Bryan. So
definitely looking forward to that.
He has like a.
I never have ideas.
He never has ideas. Just a couple. Just a couple. But that's great because that's what photography is. You want to tell a story,
right?
So you're trying to convey a message somehow, which I think is pretty powerful.
Exactly, definitely. That's like, wow, that's beautiful. That is really beautiful. I really like the smoke effect on that.
That's real smoke grenade.
Yeah. Very well
Photoshop.
done. Yeah. No. I meant sorry. I meant to say the smoke grenade. Yeah. That's very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. I actually have I wouldn't say a similar, but a portrait of myself with smoke around it too. But yeah. That's really, really well done. Wow.
Abandoned barn at night, 2 flashes.
This is beautiful. Beautiful.
Cowboy.
Wow. That is awesome. Wow.
Yeah, I play around a little bit.
That really takes me back to that show I actually used to watch back in the day, Hell on Wheels, I think it was called, or something like that. Yeah. It was like a Western type of show. Really, really cool. Wow. This is very beautiful work. Very beautiful. This is very inspiring because I mean I've done portraits. I've done portraits for about a year, and then I would say 2 years, because the second year I actually worked for Life Touch, because I really enjoy working with kids, and especially like kids with disabilities. So I did a gig with them for a year, and we shot a lot of schools within the Peel region, Halton region. We covered a lot of schools, and that was one of the jobs I enjoyed the most, especially like taking portraits of kids, because you can really truly see a happy emotion. You know what I mean? Genuine one.
In 2 weeks, I'm missing a show because I'm doing photos for a youth strings program in Brampton.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I found that really enjoying. So definitely did that for a year. So that's so much for my portrait experience.
Yeah, no, you just gotta keep going, man. You just gotta keep going.
Definitely,
yep. Where do you want to go with all of this? Like, do you want to work with CAMH, or do you want to work with other organizations?
Honestly, I haven't really explored that yet, but I will definitely look into that, because I also want a paper trail, because God forbid if one day I make it, that's going to be a lot of money going in, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that these people are actually getting helped.
Yeah.
So
for people that don't know, the money that Angel makes, most of it will go to mental health organizations.
Mental health awareness.
That thing is amazing.
I feel like I can help people going through the same thing or same things I've went through or similar.
Mm-hmm.
It could I wouldn't even say the same type of things, just because I have experience dealing with certain type of emotions. For an example, like anger or stress, anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't even matter the reason. What matters is that, especially people who are dealing with depression, certain people need to know, and they have to kind of learn to know that they're actually loved and they're accepted for who they are, no matter what you know what I mean? Like, absolutely. Nowadays, especially, it does not matter what you have. It doesn't even come down to that. If you're a genuine human being, you're a genuine human being. So it doesn't matter whether you have $1,000 camera or a $300 camera. That doesn't change your character. So
absolutely,
other people feel as if kind of like maybe they're left out or maybe they're just not good enough. But sometimes those people need reassurance, right? And that's the thing, especially nowadays, especially people who deal with mental illnesses, like especially depression and anxiety. They're afraid to speak up. Because I was at the same spot in life where I couldn't speak about it because I thought it would make me feel weak as a man. You know what I mean? Especially growing in a country where, in Bulgaria, where men are constantly masculine. And as soon as they hear exactly, so if you were to go there on the streets and tell somebody that you're depressed or you have an anxiety, you'll be like, excuse me, bye-bye. Like, are you okay? You know what I mean? So coming from that, when I moved to Canada at the age of 11, kind of, it affected me a lot because I was used to not speaking up at that time. And I kind of let it build up till, I guess, the age of 17, 18. That's when I kind of, you know what, I'm not afraid to speak. So it is what it is.
It's very powerful. Thanks for sharing that. I think people that might be going through something similar hopefully get some inspiration from Angel. And if you want to message Angel directly, feel free. I'm sure he'll be glad to help.
I would love to help out anybody. If you guys have any questions, feel free. There's absolutely nothing to be shameful. Absolutely, everyone goes through things in life, and
I think that's the hardest part. Just speaking up, right? Just like saying, like, I need help. Like it's tough, right? So
a lot of people, especially those that are afraid to speak, those are the people that need it the most.
For so long, it's just been frowned upon for men to actually speak out and say, "I need help."
Definitely, it's a long time. For sure. Especially like what I've been through in life and certain aspects, the way they've affected me at early age. I mean, an age where a kid shouldn't really know what a depression or anxiety is. You know what I mean? So to me, the way I look at it is, I'm here now, I'm here today. That's just a goal that I've achieved, and that's a goal that I achieve every single day. So
you're just taking it day by day.
Definitely.
So thanks for sharing that. I think again,
no problem. No, honestly,
people that need to talk,
I'm not
feel free to message Angel directly, and I think it's very refreshing to hear. It's okay to ask for help. Because I think also like recently we've been hearing that a lot in media, like we always hear, but to hear it directly from someone that we know, I think there's a lot of power for that. So
I actually lost my friend to suicide in February, so that's also another thing. And I've always have told him to always talk to me, but I guess sometimes it doesn't work that way. No matter how hard you try, but definitely. God bless his soul.
Sometimes all you can do is try.
Exactly. All you can do is try. But that's definitely
less, but
exactly. So that's basically my main goal is through my photography. I want to help people that are in the same type of need and help with most I can.
No, it's very powerful. Very powerful, and also obviously very rewarding too, right? Because you're also helping other people. So it's it's about the photography, but it's actually more than the photo. It's actually something more, right? It's not just
right.
The photo,
it's not even like I have like a rewarding feeling. It's kind of inside, kind of like I have it is in like, it's not that it's rewarding. I have to do it. You know what I mean? I have to do it. If I know that I can help.
To do it, like you feel compelled.
Exactly. because if I know that I can help someone somehow in some way, I will jump on that opportunity 100%. That's the thing about me, is because a lot of people in my life actually envied me because I have a big heart. I'm the type of person that I will jump in front of a bus for you and I don't even know you. So, especially throughout my whole life, from the age of especially 16 through 21, I was getting taken advantage of a lot, and also certain situations, certain aspects of my life that happened about 2 years ago. So no matter what, I'm just love to help everyone out. If I look at you, I automatically claim you as a friend. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
nothing that I wouldn't do for somebody that have ever asked me for something or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, we need more people like you because that's big, right? So we need more kindness, more caring, more sympathy, and all that, right? So like Roy says, inspired advocate. There you go.
Thank you.
Advocate. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now, are there places in Toronto or outside Toronto that you want to hit this spring and summer to shoot?
Honestly, I will probably hit all the same spots I do every year. I just honestly, as soon as I touch Union Station, I just kind of go along my day, and I would either go up to Queen and King or Nathan Phillips Square, depending on where I want to go. Or just like I said, I have an eye for anything, and especially something weird about me is we could be walking, having a conversation, and as soon as my eye catches something, you best believe you're getting interrupted. That's it, done.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So,
hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. I gotta
exactly.
Go yeah. Well, that's photography. What's if you hang with other photographers, they'll understand what you're doing. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And it's really weird the way I process things, because when I look at something, it's like kind of like it automatically pops in my head what I want, how I want it, where it's like, yeah, it's kind of like already imprinted in my head. It's kind of weird, but
no, you see it. You just have the eye, right? But that comes with practice, I think, too, right? Because the more that you shoot, the more of the eye that you will develop, and it'll just come to you.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree with that, because it does happen to me sometimes where you just see a shot in your head. It's like, yeah, this is a great shot.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's just, I think the fun part of photography, where you're just making something out of nothing sometimes,
Exactly, and that's the thing about my Instagram, and like what I was saying earlier, that it doesn't matter what kind of gear you have, and it's not about the photo you take. It's really how you create it.
Yeah.
There's some photos on my Instagram that are taken with a phone, and people wouldn't even know. They would just assume it's a hand camera.
Yeah.
But then again, it just doesn't matter the type of gear you have, really. Yeah. It's just how far do you want to let your creativity out.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's and I think that's the fun part too, right? Because once you kind of understand the rules of photography, you can also break them too, right? Because there really is no right or wrong answer in the end. Like there really is. It's not math or science where it's yes and no. It's you can do whatever you really want, really.
Exactly.
So
exactly, and that's where I think a big portion of the time goes into, because depending on how far you want to let your creativity out, it can take maybe from an hour to 5, 6, 7 hours, depending on how extensive, how far you want to take it. So
now what happens when you're stuck being creative? Like, do you have a tip for people if you're stuck being creative? Do you have something that you do?
Honestly, what usually, especially like when I completely get stuck, as during like an edit, or let's say I've edited it halfway through and I just ran out of ideas or something, how to proceed to continue over. Honestly, I found my best tip is to just go outside, go for a walk, clear your mind, think about maybe something positive that's, like I, for example, think about different types of objects, images. Like if depending on the type of photo it is, if it's a positive vibe type of photo, I would think of positive objects to add to that specific type of photo or certain type of things. So yeah.
Okay.
So I think definitely like going for a walk, clearing your mind. Me myself, I personally, I am a marijuana smoker. I don't smoke a lot. I'm just occasional, only like once at nighttime. But I also found that helped me with my creativity a lot because it helped me completely focus into my thoughts. But then again, by any means, I don't recommend that to absolutely anybody.
Yes, this show does not endorse marijuana, even though it is legal. But
yeah.
No, it's a good tip just in terms of just breaking away for a while, because I think it's easy to get stuck in your own head sometimes with trying to work something out. For me personally, whenever I try to force something, it never happens, right? Like you can't
definitely not. You cannot force. I honestly have had nights where I've started an edit at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was 11 o'clock at night when I was halfway through where I got stuck, and I probably didn't pass out until 5 a.m. and I still had no thoughts on what to put on that. So there's a lot of those moments when it happens, but what really helps me a lot is just going out for a fresh air, clearing your thoughts, and just gathering yourself and reflecting on how far and how far you've came from and all the goals you've achieved now. And like, that's not gonna stop you right now either.
No, it's a good tip. You just gotta like let it breathe sometimes. Just let it air out, let it marinate, and then come back to it, and then
exactly.
The finished idea will definitely come.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I think especially like on Instagram, where you're always trying to always have bangers every time. Bryan always says it's impossible to have a banger every time. It's impossible. You can't have a banger every time, but once in a while you have a banger. It's cool.
Exactly.
But as long as you're consistent with like the content and you're showing cool shots and you're conveying powerful messages.
One thing that I'll share is consistency is key, especially for photographers that are looking to grow their presence, especially in like the community. I find it very effective. So all my followers, people that I follow, especially, I would like their photo and I would save their photo, because in a way that will help their algorithm and engagement improve. So now that photo might get shown to people that I can't connect with. You know what I mean? So that's also a very important factor. And also consistency is to at least posting 4 times a week. I think it's
pretty good, man.
pretty. I mean, I like to keep myself busy. Some people just like to post maybe 1-2 times throughout the week, which is totally fine. But if you're really trying to grow your presence, I would personally recommend 4.
Yeah, cool.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think hardest part's being consistent, man. It's the hard part.
Definitely.
Again, it goes back to discipline too, right? It ties back into it. So.
Right.
But that's what separates people too, right?
Discipline, discipline is a big key.
Yeah, to me, it's always about process, not about result. Like as long as you're just doing the process as much as you can, you'll get results, and you'll grow your audience.
Yep.
Now, what about NFTs? Are you going to go into like the NFT space?
Honestly, this is actually, I was waiting for you to ask me that because I knew you would ask me that. I am not so experienced in NFTs so far yet. I've had some friends where they've blown up, where they've got like 300K, and I was like out of my mind. I'm like, dude, that's like, if that was me, that's 200K straight going to like mental health society and like helping literally every person I can. But at the same time, I don't get it, because I've actually have been into crypto for about 3-4 years now, and I've specifically have invested portion of my money only in one specific coin, and that's XRP. That's just my personal preference. That's what I believe in. So I'm not that experienced with NFTs, and I really don't know how exactly they work and all those little details, just because I haven't had the time to fully explore that yet. Because I don't get me wrong, I have a lot of people that would comment on what, like, back in the day. I actually deleted that picture. I don't know why I did it, but I used to have a photo of CN Tower, and I edited it with a bunch of Disney characters just popping out. But the way I did it was kind of magical because it had the fireworks on the back, so it would be like you're looking at Disney, but you're looking at CN Tower, but it literally gives you the Disney vibe. So I had that, and about 15 people at that time messaged me. They're like, you should get into NFTs. And that was when the very first time it came out and became a thing. And I'm just like, what is an NFT? What does it do?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that really...
It's a digital version of your photograph that you can make $1 million from. So
yeah, it's crazy. It's just pretty crazy. I'm definitely going to look into that.
Apparently NFTs are coming to Instagram. So
that's amazing.
Really interesting. Really interesting.
That is going to be amazing.
We've done a couple of shows previous about NFTs.
I watched the one with Stamina, actually.
Yeah, with Stamina.
Yeah, he's doing some big things with those.
Yeah, I'm sure. Do you know Stamina personally?
No. We follow each other on Instagram.
Okay, yeah, because message him direct, man, because he knows a lot. So he
absolutely
can definitely help you start.
We already chit-chatted for a little bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you message him, he'll help you out with just like starting. Cool. And because I don't have an NFT up. I mean, my goal this year is to get an NFT up. That's
honestly, if you actually open my Instagram, I had actually a person tell me that this would actually potentially could blow up. Is actually the photo that I have where you have the background of the field and there's like a portal and there's a car right beside the portal and there's CN Tower.
Okay, let's pull this up.
So if you continue going down, right there, you can go up the golden portal right above third row onto the very, third, fourth. Sorry, it was kind of lagging, so I couldn't really see. Can you scroll up just a little bit? Oh, right there.
This one?
Yep.
Oh wow. That's
right.
Wild. So this could be your NFT?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. If I was to get into it, I think personally that would be the first one to try with. Yeah, definitely.
Man. Okay. I like how you have the truck in the front. So you shot this in Barrie?
Basically the field and the background is, everything else is just Photoshop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. Yeah, it could be I don't know, you could be rich after this.
I don't know. We'll give it a try. I mean, I'm tempted to, really, so
yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, the NFT space is like, it's just moving so quickly, right? So no one really knows what's happening, because
honestly, it's just the same. Right? It's this. I personally look at it the same way as crypto, except not now. You don't have like just X amount of coins. You have millions of different coins that anybody could just pay whatever they want to pay for it, and that's how much it's worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, well, exactly. You're placing your own value on your art.
And basically, exactly.
You're your own value, and you don't have to go through a third party. You're talking directly to the seller, which I think is
exactly. It's amazing. Yeah, definitely. So, definitely.
Yeah, and it's message Stamina will definitely help you out on that stuff, man.
Cool.
Well, maybe we'll both have NFTs up this year, and maybe we'll both be rich.
There we go. Let's do it. Maybe we'll get it.
It's like, I love NFTs, as I'm doing a show live from Miami or something on a yacht.
Imagine. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
No, it's good stuff, man. Like, do you show your work anywhere else besides Instagram, or is
Honestly, yeah, Instagram is the only place where I show my work, and I just recently created a Facebook page.
Okay.
Which is
for your
mood
photos.
reels, just for
Mood
my
reels on
photos.
Facebook?
Yeah,
Okay,
which
I'll add that.
basically, yeah, when I post it on Instagram, it automatically gets
links
posted on
back.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah,
If you're gonna go into NFTs, get on Twitter.
Twitter
Yeah,
definitely.
that's
I
where
will.
all the discussions are. Are you on Twitter?
Wow. No, I am definitely gonna make one though, for sure.
Yeah, because that's where the NFT combos are happening.
Oh wow.
Because there's spaces on Twitter, basically like
right.
chats, and there's like NFT spaces, and there's hundreds.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that I haven't signed up with Twitter, because I actually
a lot of photographers are finding the engagement a lot better on Twitter these days too, over any other platform.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Better engagement.
Yeah, a lot of guys have left Instagram for Twitter because
they
just get way more engagement on their stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's definitely something big to look for. That's actually one of my buddies also actually gave me a tip that apparently, because with everything that Instagram's changing, the algorithm and all that type of stuff, he wasn't getting really the engagement he was expecting out of a photo, just posting it as a regular post. So he decided to go ahead and make a 1-second video of a still photo, and he got double, triple the engagement on that photograph of exactly. So that's another tip that to give people is, if you're trying to have like your specific photo reach a higher engagement, definitely make like a 1 video second of a still photo.
So Instagram has flat out said they're not a photo sharing platform anymore. They're a video platform.
They've said that.
Yeah. So honestly, once the reels hit Instagram, that was it. It just automatically kind of turned to
switched
TikTok.
over.
Yeah.
It switched over.
But basically, yeah.
That's what they have to do to compete against TikTok,
definitely,
and YouTube and all that, right? So
yeah, it's a great time to be alive if you're a professional videographer. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a great time to be alive if you're just like making content, because you just
that too.
You
absolutely.
Don't know where it's gonna go.
Yeah, exactly. That's like that video from Mexico.
Yeah.
I honestly posted it, and literally I looked at my phone 3 minutes later. I'm just like, what happened?
Yeah, I know exactly.
It just started.
It's the way it always happens, though. You just post it up, and then you look the next day. It's like, how did this reach that?
Exactly.
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
But that's my main goal. I want to help people. That's for sure.
I love it. That's a great way to end off, because we're up against the hour. Huge thanks to Angel for.
Thank you very much for having me. It was really an honor to be part of this. It was very nice meeting you, Bryan.
You as well. Hopefully, I'll meet up at some point.
Yeah, I told you.
Absolutely.
Nope. We haven't.
Just look on the music tonight.
Thank you.
Check out Angel's IG in the description, and if you need to talk to Angel directly, feel free. I'm sure he'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much, guys. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be shy.
Nothing to be afraid of, and
nothing to be afraid of.
And for the people that are watching or will watch, podcast version will be up tomorrow. So if you just like listening in the background, feel free to do that. The links are in the description. And next week we have another guest. We'll keep that a little bit of a secret for now. And it will also be, I think, a very thought-provoking show.
She's very excited. I was messaging her today. She's very excited.
Great. It's going to be good. And so thanks again, Angel. Evans, final
Thanks,
thoughts?
man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it.
No, I think I'm good. I think it was a really good show. A lot of insight, a lot of knowledge. So thank you, Angel.
Thank you very much, guys. It was an honor to be part of this. Honestly, it was a great experience. Definitely.
I love your energy too.
Definitely. I would love to help people out, honestly.
Yeah.
But it was really an honor to share these things with you guys and to be a part of this podcast.
It was our honor. Bryan, final
Thank
thoughts?
you.
Make sure you check everybody out. Make sure you like this video.
Yeah.
For the guys that have YouTube channels, check out their stuff and subscribe. Yeah. Follow Angel. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Cool. Angel, hang back once we go offline. And we'll see you next week with a special guest.